Up Late with Johnny Potenza is pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Coming to you live from the city that never sleeps, New York City. It's Up Late with Johnny Potenza. Welcome the host of Up Late, Johnny Potenza.
Come on, what is this? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Up Late with Johnny Potenza New Year's show. And is that all you got? Come on, let me hear your noise. Man, I thought I was at the senior citizen home. Well, we actually got a couple of them here, but they're all great people. Yeah, I know. You know, I love you guys. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrate with your family and your friends. And hope you had a great New Year. I had a great New Year. And with every New Year, we all make like a New Year's resolution. Resolution. Anybody out there have one that you want to share? Don't take it easy. Not too. I have one, but I'm not going to say it this year because every time I say it, it never falls through. So, but we have a cool show for you tonight. Again, it's a New Year special. It's going to be airing the whole month of January. So we have a real cool show because everybody on the show tonight is from Staten Island. So what kind of New Year show is that, right? All right, my first guest up tonight, she's an aspiring actress. She's a writer, and she's here to promote her new independent film, Just Be Yourself. We have Renee Wood with us tonight. I'm going home. Come on. Do I got to give you like some Jack Daniels or something? All right. Jesus. Tough crowd. Right, my next two guests, I'm very proud to be the one to announce them, okay? So we got Miss Richmond County 2024, the lovely Gabriella Marinelli. Yeah. And then for the Miss Staten Island 2024, we have Nicole Moley. Two beautiful young ladies, very talented, very smart, and we're going to be sitting with them in a little while. And for my special guest tonight, I know him as the king of swing on Staten Island. He's celebrating his 60th year in the entertainment business. Lambert. So I'm going to sit down, and we're going to be bringing up our first guest. And don't fall asleep on me, all right? All right. My first guest up tonight, she's an actress and she's a writer. She's here to talk about her new indie film, award-winning, Just Be Yourself. Let's give her an up-late welcome for Renee Wood. What's up, Renee? How you doing?
Hi. How are you?
Wonderful to see you.
Yes,
You
likewise.
look stunning tonight.
Thank you so much. So do you.
Thank you. Me and Renee know each other a long time since we were kids.
Yeah, we do. A long time.
What, 35 years maybe?
We're native Staten Islanders.
Well, I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
I came here at 12, but technically I'm a Staten Islander with a little bit of Brooklyn in it. So now listen, growing up on Staten Island, big change from now, since then, right?
Yeah.
What do you remember the most?
The parks, the beaches, the land.
The less traffic?
Yeah.
The less speed traps?
And there was much more land.
A lot of land.
Yeah.
Less people.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. No, 100%. So you started acting at the age 10, right?
Yes.
Fill in the blanks.
Okay, I started acting at Seaview Playwrights Children's Theater, and they're actually still here on Staten
Yes,
Island.
it's still here, very popular.
And then I studied at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. And I've done a lot of theater and films.
What year were you at the Lee Strasberg?
While back.
That's all right. Listen, we're all dating ourselves. That's a great school.
Yes, it's an excellent school.
Now, if you have to say one of your memorable experiences from that school that you learned, what is it?
You know, it was interesting. So many people get nervous before they get on set or in front of cameras. So at Lee Strasberg, one of the learning modules they would teach us, so you look very relaxed. You would go, ah, and you keep moving your body and opening up your vocal cords. So then when you go on set, you kind of did that little workout, and you're very relaxed.
I got to remember that. I'm going to go in the
Yeah.
back and do that. Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Now, you got a bunch of degrees, too.
Yes, in social work, and I
Yes.
also have a degree from Fashion Institute of Technology.
Yes. Cool. What was your end game after all of that?
My end game was I was a social worker at South Beach State Psychiatric
Yes.
Hospital. And what made me want to write the film Just Be Yourself, when I was quarantining like all of us during the COVID pandemic, I said I want to infuse my social work skill sets with my dramatic art skill sets. And I wanted to create a film to help the world. And at the time, we couldn't film.
Yeah.
Filming was halted.
Yeah,
So I
everything.
said to myself, what do I have? I have an iPhone. So I started thinking about the film, and I wanted to, like I said, really help people. So many people have this stigma with mental illness,
Yeah.
whether you have anxiety, depression, and people are afraid to get naked mentally. There's like a stigma with it. So many people I feel like will go to the gym to get their muscles tight, but they don't want to get their minds tight.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show people, real people, going through psychotherapy. So we've used an iPhone, and I'm proud to say we're an all-female production. And we have William DeMeo as the psychiatrist, myself, Renee Wood, I play Heidi, and Michelle Franzescos, she plays Robin, and Steve Stanulus is Keith. And Michelle and I both directed, produced, and wrote it together, Just Be Yourself. And it's our hopes to help people. And I'd like to say, if anyone watching this segment is looking for any help, please contact NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness. It's online, and it's a not-for-profit organization.
That's awesome. That's very nice. I know William DeMeo very well. He usually plays the tough guy gangster, but then I watched it. He played, what was it, psychiatrist he played?
He plays my psychiatrist.
Whoever don't know William DeMeo, the producer and star of Gravesend on Amazon Prime, check it out. And now you won a bunch of, you won, what does it say here? You won the Best Actress Award at the LA Film Festival, right?
Yes, I won Best Actress, Los Angeles Film Awards.
That's great.
Michelle and I both won Best Director at the Cutting Room International Film Center in
Cool.
New York City. We were semi-finalists in Paris International Film Festival, New York Women's Film Festival. So we did very well, and we're very happy because, again, with Michelle and I, this is our gift that we want to give to the world. Because like I said, there's a stigma. Everyone's embarrassed
Yeah.
to say, I'm having anxiety, but they're not embarrassed to say, I have diabetes and I'm taking medication for diabetes. So we really want to end that.
You know what it is? That's when we were kids, our parents smacked us in the back of the head. Oh, there was no bipolar, there was no anxiety. He's high strung or this and that. Now they have, names for everything, medicines for it. I suffered anxiety when I didn't even know I had anxiety when I was younger until I got older and I realized I get anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, mental health is huge, and it affects everyone. Everyone on this planet has had anxiety, whether it's before you're taking a test, before you're coming on set to get interviewed. Everyone has felt anxiety. Everyone has been depressed. It's just people have to come out.
Yeah.
And say it's okay to just be yourself. Like the title is Just Be Yourself, because we felt like in society everybody has to put this social mask on. And it's like, take the social mask off. It's okay to just be who you are, whatever your socioeconomic status or class is. We're all human beings, and we all have the same feelings and emotions.
100%.
And that's why the characters that I wrote, the characters' personalities are very relatable. Michelle and I wanted to reach a broad audience. So when you see my character, Robin's, Keith, I wanted everybody to see bits and pieces of themselves in the characters so they could be relatable.
Yeah.
So if someone needs help, please get it.
So listen, we got a rolling of this, a fast 1 minute clip.
Oh, you do? Okay.
It's all a little chopped up into different segments. You all got to watch it, but can I roll it?
Yes.
So
I'm excited
control
to see it.
room, please roll that clip of Just Be Yourself.
Over 16,000 now dead across America. New York alone with more cases than any country in the world. Stay-at-home orders as cases surge past 200,000 in the U.S. Deaths in New York alone soaring 25% in 24 hours.
Right now, the best thing is for us to stick together, to be strong, and most of all, to think positive.
I feel lost and I miss life.
I can't help but be frightened.
It just became so drama.
Yeah, I don't want to fight anymore. It's like this COVID started, she became a whole different person.
Looks like John's been cheating on me. I can't explain it. I just feel so alone.
Don't feel like you're alone. You know, just speaking to you guys also helped me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Nice. I love it. Where can people watch this?
We're proud to say we have global distribution. It's on YouTube, Cineverse, and Stash.
Yeah, I heard about Universe. And I
Yeah,
got to check that
Cineverse.
out.
Yeah.
So listen, that's almost your time. I want to talk about one more thing, and then we got to say goodnight.
Okay.
But I want you to still hang around with us. Your other short film, The Romanos, directed by actor Joseph D'Onofrio.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Joseph and I collaborated collectively with the Romanos, and it's a psychological thriller. Basically, Joseph wanted to encompass the negative impacts on social media. Mm-hmm. That's what that's about. And The Romanos is Joseph's directorial debut, and he's amazing to work with.
For people who don't know who Joseph D'Onofrio is, if you see his face, you know who he is. He was in, he played young Henry Hill, right, in Goodfellas. He was Slick in The Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale, yeah.
A bunch of other things.
Analyze This.
Analyze This. The Black Donnellys. He talks like this. Hey, Johnny B, how you doing? He was here.
Oh, really?
A long time ago. Every time I see him, we go, when am I going to come back on your show? But sweet guy, great guy, totally different than the character. But he's been in the business a long time.
Yeah, I love Joseph. He's a personal friend of mine, and he's a great, great human being.
Joe, don't wait too long. Okay, now listen, where can people find you on social media website?
Yes, I am on Instagram, official Renee Wood, and you could also find Michelle Franzescos. She's on Instagram, Steve Stanulis, William DeMeo, and please contact us if you want any help with mental health, you need any collateral contacts. And also I would like to say, Jane Dashow, she did our editing.
Oh, cool.
And like I said again, we're an all-female production.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, Renee Wood.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great to see a live audience here at the studio. And before I sing this next couple of tunes I'm going to give you a reason why I recorded this. I recorded this to raise money for the canonization of Father Vincent Capodanno, native Staten Islander, Padre, chaplain, killed in Vietnam. And this was my inspirational CD to raise money for the cause for his canonization. He's a servant of God, and so this is where these two inspirational songs can be heard. So take it away, Maestro. Go ahead. Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every highway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every byway, till you find your dream. A dream that will need all the love you can give. Every day of your life, for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. Thank you very much. My assumption is that we are going to go on to the next song. And the next song is also on the CD. It's a song I've been singing since I was in high school at St. Peter's on Clinton Avenue in Staten Island. It's been like my signature song. Father Capodanno was in the audience at Snug Harbor when he visited and came home during his Vietnam stay, and he witnessed me singing this live, so I put it on the album. All right, go ahead, maestro. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe amidst the storm, the smallest prayer can still be heard. I believe that someone in that great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know I believe. Thank you. The music is recorded by the Lambert Orchestra. They're as good in the studio as they are live. Thank you very much.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
But my next guest up tonight, he's a Staten Island legend. We're celebrating his 60th year in the entertainment business, and he's here to talk all about it. So let's give him an up-late welcome for Al Lambert. What's up, brother? How you doing, all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing okay.
Good, good.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Good.
Hanging in there, as they say.
Listen, that's all you could do. I want to grow up to be like you.
Yeah.
I do.
So do I.
Listen, you grew up in a good time.
I did.
You know what I mean?
I did. I have no regrets.
Now,
a couple, maybe, but for the most part.
And you're an original Staten Islander too, right?
Born here. My dad was born in Brooklyn, but I was born here. My father was a Red Hook guy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I was Bensonhurst and then Gravesend.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I came over here and disrupted the neighborhood.
Well, that's all right.
Got in trouble.
I was always a fan of the people from Brooklyn coming to Staten Island. That's how Staten Island grew to be where it is today. When you're in business and you're getting 200,000 more people, that's how you make your living. So my family had Staten Island Toyota then, and I was the general manager.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we went from 40 cars a month to 200 cars a month.
That's sick.
So that's how it works.
See, Highland Boulevard was like Coney Island Avenue, McDonald Avenue in Brooklyn. You know, it was. Look at it now. Now it's crazy. So listen, let's go back a little. How did it all start for you?
What, musically?
Yeah, musically. And listen, I heard that you had no musical lessons at all.
No.
How did that come about?
Well, I kind of loved it. You know, I started singing in grammar school as a kid, and then in the choir. You know, and I started to really love it.
So just a love of music just got you rocking.
Love of music. You know, grammar school, high school, went in the glee club, that kind of thing. And then one day I sang somewhere and they paid me, and I went, "You get paid for this?" Yeah. And I realized that you know, this is something I could do. This is a business I could do, and then bingo, I started from there, and that's how it went. You know.
Now your first band was like in the mid '60s, late '60s.
My first band was '66, '67.
All your friends from the neighborhood.
I mean, I really '62, '63, but it wasn't the band that I carried to the Al Lambert and the Corporation.
Yeah. Okay.
So I put the Al Lambert and the Corporation in the mid-'60s, but I started when I was 15. Okay. So technically, I'm really 63, 64 years in.
I thought it was the Al Lambert Orchestra.
It was. I had several. You have to, in the music business, you have to reinvent yourself every 15 minutes.
I got you.
So it was Al Lambert and the Corporation for a long time. We did the rock and roll clubs and and all the joints, and then I did 2,000 weddings. Think about that, 2,000 weddings.
That's sick.
It's very sick. 125 a year. And I wasn't singing there, and I was working with Rodney Dangerfield in the city, in the club.
I saw that picture. You were young. What were you, in your 30s?
I was in my 30s, yeah. And that's when he asked me to go on the road with him, but I couldn't do it. Well, I was too busy. You know, I got too many things happening.
That would have been off the hook.
Oh, it would have been off the hook. I was doing 6 days a week in the car business, 5 nights a week in the music business.
How was he? Just like he is on the on TV?
He was a funniest guy. We'd have a meeting at 8 o'clock at night, and we would talk, a dinner meeting, and then he'd give us a bill. We paid for the dinner. He didn't give it to you for nothing.
No way.
He was a little tight. So we would have the meeting, talk about the 9:30 show, and talk about the 11:30 show, and it was always funny and all of that. But you had to pay for it. You know.
And that was at Dangerfield?
That was at Dangerfield.
Really?
Yeah.
And when did that open up? 70s?
I'm thinking the early 70s, late 60s. You know.
We went there on my prom.
That's what a lot of people did.
Yeah.
It was a ripoff. He had 2 prices. You know. I mean, you know, one was for the tourists, you know, and then there was one for the regulars that came.
And what about the wise guy price? They have
well, the wise guy price, they didn't pay anything.
Exactly.
He paid them anyway, but it was a fun joint. Yeah.
That's a lot of talent for a man, you know, singer, director, producer, band leader, and you did a lot of TV too. Yeah,
my father started here in 1980s when CTV first opened, and they offered it to the general public. Yeah. My father had the Dom Lambert show.
I heard about that.
My father was a funny, terrific guy, charismatic, and he was Johnny Carson, and I was Ed McMahon.
Oh yeah.
He was sitting behind the desk. I was sitting over here, but I got him all the entertainers.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I started there in the 80s, and I gave it up a while, and then maybe 11 years ago, I said, let me go back to this thing after
Yeah.
staying away for a long time, you know. But
Yeah.
it was my dad that got me interested.
And how long was your dad been passed?
My father died in 2011.
Okay, mine was in 9. Oh, wow, so he had a good life then.
My father lived to 93, worked till he was 90.
God bless.
Maitre d', banquet manager, you know, sharp guy, always in a tuxedo, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Comedian, impressionist, you know. He was character.
Yeah, I'd like to see some footage of that. Now, I never even knew you did TV commercials. Or what were they? Tell
Well,
me.
when I went to Villa Marin, after my family sold Toyota to Joe Manfredi,
Okay.
I went over to Villa Marin and started a new career in Pontiac, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. I was general manager, partner, and we had a terrific business. So David wanted to do television commercials. And this was probably in the 90s, and he said, I got Al Lambert.
Yeah.
It was what I did. So we had an advertising agency, and then me and the agent would work together. We would get different things. So sometimes those commercials would be shown 150 times a month.
Yeah, well, back then was the best time to do commercials.
Oh, it was great.
You didn't have the internet. There was fewer
Absolutely
channels,
correct.
right?
Right. There were. Well, no, we had cable.
But they were like,
well, there wasn't 10,000. There was 3,000.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It was very. Yeah.
Yeah, it was different.
Now you get lost.
But we had a lot. We had a terrific, what do you call, intense amount of commercials monthly and weekly. You know? And it was great stuff.
I almost bought a truck off of Al about 10 years ago.
I know. I remember that.
I was trying to make a deal with him.
Tahoe or something. I forgot what it was.
It was a
Tahoe.
It was no. It was a what is it called? Silverado.
Silverado.
Remember?
Yeah. Well, you said. I mean, I did used cars, but for the most part, I was a new car.
Well, that's what I was looking for.
A new car guy.
I was looking for a used car.
I was a new car guy.
You know.
Well, but general manager, you do everything. You run the body shop, the service department. You know. But I grew up in the business, so that's why I did both.
Fun fact, I don't know if a lot of people don't notice. I mean, you might notice, but I don't know. I was a car mechanic. I built car. I went to mechanic school in high school, Tahoe.
Oh, okay.
And then when I graduated, I worked for 5 years in different garages.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't last too long in Atlanta because I like to jump around. But I worked at Star Pontiac.
Oh, you did?
For almost a year.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I say David Villa Marin bought Star Pontiac, so we had Chevrolet first. It said, "Come on, come over here, run the boulevard." So then we went over there. That's we had Pontiac for a while, and you know, eventually General Motors got rid of Pontiac.
You must have some good times over there because that's a great location.
Oh yeah, well, we were busy. We were the second largest GMC dealer in the country. In the country.
In the country, huh?
Yeah. That's how busy
late
we
night
were.
dinners and drinking or what?
Drinking,
Here and
partying,
there.
but they wanted to party more than me because I was partying all week. By the time they wanted me to go to cocktails, I was cocktailed out.
Yeah,
you know?
you needed a detox for
I
a couple of
needed
days.
a detox, you know. Music business is different. You know.
That's awesome, bro.
Wonderful ride.
Listen, you're lucky, man. You know, I try to make it as a rock star or musician, but you know,
I know you're a drummer, right?
Yeah, I've been drumming since I'm 12.
Right, yeah.
And then when the dream ended, by the time I was almost 40, I had to restart life again. And I still play and I jam. And I am looking for a band that makes money.
Should stop. Yeah.
I practiced this morning. I just,
never stop. Yeah.
I love it.
For 10 years, I managed my daughter's career too, and because she's a real kick-ass singer, and that was another ride back and forth to Nashville, and
oh wow,
I did a lot with that. I even had the president of Sony Records call me.
What was his name?
David Glue. He took over after Mariah Carey and Tommy Mottola. David Glue took over. And we were getting there, trying to get a record deal. It's the hardest thing in the world.
Hardest thing in the world, because, we had an independent deal with big investors back in the 90s, but our music was already done a decade ago before that. You know what I mean? You know, when you come out with because you're used to that genre of music.
Right. And now by the time you get there, there's new music.
You reproduce it, it's great, but it's already done already.
I was working, trying to get my daughter a deal, and music was changing from CDs to streaming.
Yeah.
So getting a record deal, by the time I started finished, there were no record deals to be had. You know?
Now everything is on the computer now. How many hits you got?
Exactly.
I felt bad for the young musicians today. It's a good outlet, social media, if you know how to do it. It can make you huge, but it could also kill you.
Yeah, or go nowhere. Raekwon from Wu-Tang helped me a lot. He gave a lot of, he gave my daughter work and did his record company. And so Ray was a good promoter. He even came to one of my shows. He signed autographs the whole night, and we became buddies.
Those guys blew up. We used to record right down the block from them at Laughing Dog Studios.
Oh, yeah,
remember
Billy.
Bill Donnie?
Yeah, I know Billy.
Yeah, Bill Donnelly, the man. Yeah.
Great guy.
Great
Billy.
guy. So now listen, let's get off a track and let's go to the next lane. the Rotary Club, 47 years, and you were president.
I was past president. Yeah,
raised all kinds of money.
Raised all kinds of money.
$500,000?
$500,000, but that was only with the Rotary shows.
I thought that was a typo.
21 years, that show raised $500,000. But prior to, I'm 47 years in Rotary, so the first 20 years, I raised $250,000 with 19 productions and events and things like that. So it was about $750,000.
That's great, Al.
Yeah, but that's all. That's what Rotary's about. You take from the community because you're working, you're a businessman, and your idea is to give back to the community.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way street. You know, you can't just take and take and
no,
take.
No, listen, that's what a lot of people, you know, they want, but they don't want to give.
They don't want to give.
give.
You got to give. Goes both ways.
I want to get involved with more stuff. We talked about it, you
come
know.
Be my guest, and I'll show you what it's all about.
Yeah, I would love that.
Like the song, "Be My Guest, Be My Guest."
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Now, why don't we get into? Tell me. They had the annual dinner for you at the Old Bermuda Inn for your 60th anniversary. How'd that go? It was sold out.
Pretty much. You know, I actually, the beginning, I didn't think it was going to sell out because I do a lot of shows, and I travel all over, and we all know in our business how many people we can put in a room in how many days, and where you can be to fill a room. So in the beginning, it didn't look like it was going to sell out, but in the last 2-3 weeks, now I'm getting phone calls. You know, it was amazing at that point. So it worked out.
Yeah, I really wanted to come to it, but the holiday season at the time.
I get it.
Believe me.
I didn't want that date, but it fell in the groove that I could put it in. So
my publicist goes, "You got to go to this event. You got to mingle." And I go, "Listen," and it was good. Yeah, listen,
networking is important.
You know the whole situation.
I know the whole deal.
So, now listen, what's next for you? I mean, you're going to be like a world travel agent?
Clove Lake Nursing Home. At this point, what's next is just to continue. You know, I figure if God blesses me to continue on, that's really what's next for me.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to a particular age, you don't really care about doing that as much as you care about staying in the game.
Yeah.
But now I sing in Florida, I sing in Jersey, I sing in Manhattan. Just keeping up that pace alone is I'm good.
It's a grind. Listen, you got a lovely, loving wife, right?
Oh, she's the greatest.
And 2 great kids.
2 great kids, and I have a stepson who just got married last Sunday, so I got the 3 kids really, and
I should notice, but who's a lawyer in your house?
My son.
Okay.
My son was I was just telling Carmine. He's a Harvard graduate.
Oh, wow.
Worked in the White House for President Bush.
No way, yeah.
At 29 years old, he was the associate counsel to President Bush.
Oh, cool.
And he called me one day when he got the job. He said, "Daddy, you're sitting down. I'm going to be working in the White House." I said, "Oh my, I don't know how did that happen?" And so that's how it went down. And he brought me to the White House. I was in the Oval Office and all private areas, and I met the president. And the greatest day of your life is when your son says, "Dad, I want you to meet my boss, the President of the United States."
Oh, wow.
It was pretty heavy stuff.
That's cool shit.
Yeah, it really was.
Stuff.
Cut that word out.
Yeah, we can say that.
Keep it there. Anyway, it was a very, and my daughter, I'm proud of all my kids, you know.
Well, you're blessed to be, working with them, hanging with them. Yeah. I mean, family, that's all what it's about at the end of the day.
Exactly.
All of this, all of that doesn't mean nothing.
Right. If you don't have the love and the respect of your children, you know. And so at the show, my daughter did a duet with me. My wife does a duet with me. So I do different keyboard players do duets. We have a good show.
Now, could people find any of your music? Do you have any of your music up on iTunes?
I actually do and don't. You know, other people have put my music up.
Yeah, because I've seen it on there.
Yeah,
but everything's in singles.
Not only is it singles, and a lot of it I do amazing amount of stuff on Facebook.
Okay.
I have like 5,000 people on Facebook, 2,500 people on LinkedIn.
Oh, cool.
2,000 on Instagram, 2,500 emails. So at any given point, I could reach 12,000 people, but it's on different venues.
Yeah.
And then I've been on YouTube and Google. So, but I have no one spot that I can say go to and everything is there. You got to do the whole gamut.
Website or no?
No.
Or you're just so old school.
But website.
Do you got a flip phone or no?
No.
I'm just.
I got a wire.
You probably do. She's wired up.
I got a wire in my car. You know, it's all right.
So if you want to get in touch with Al Lambert, you know, just do all the Instagram.
Yeah, Google
YouTube.
me, YouTube me.
You know what? Just Google him. That's it.
Yeah, Google me. Facebook is the easiest way.
You know, if you Google and you pop up, everything's going to be there anyway.
Yeah, it gives you the whole list. Yeah, Google is the right
Al,
way.
I wish you the best of luck. You've always been very good to me, and we've been trying to get you on the show, but it's been a conflict because of our schedules.
I know.
I was on your show 3 times.
I know.
And,
well, listen, we do what we do, and when we can, that's really it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And we got to represent Staten Island.
That's damn right. And if you want to do that Rotary thing, you call me.
100%. Once the holidays are over, that'll be one of my New Year's resolutions.
All right, that's all. Do that. All right.
Try to better myself.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Al Lambert. I'm very proud to announce the next 2 winners of the Miss Richmond County 2024, Gabriella Marinelli. And then we have the new Miss Staten Island 2024, Alexa Nicole Moley. Yeah. I'm going to take a bow. It only took me 100 times. How you doing, ladies?
Great. Thanks for having us.
I want to say thank you so much for coming on my show.
Of course.
And grace the studio with your loveliness and your beauty.
Aw, thank you.
So what's happening?
A lot is happening since we've been crowned.
This is going to be a big year for you.
Definitely. We're hoping for it to be a big year. We're hoping to have the most appearances on the island that any duo has ever had.
Getting involved.
Do it. Listen, and Gabriella, you're 21, right?
Yes.
And you're talented. You're a dancer.
Yes, I am.
And you must be a really great dancer because you don't put anything else on any other sport or nothing like that, right?
No, I've dedicated my life to dance. I've tried soccer when I was in the 1st grade. I just chased the butterflies around the field.
Oh, okay.
Basketball for a little bit. I actually played on a boys CYO team.
Okay.
Yeah, but that didn't work out. So I stuck to dancing, and I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. I danced at the collegiate level, and I even represented the United States at a world competition recognized by the Olympics.
That's
we won the gold medal for the United States.
Very cool, right?
So, yeah, it's a big part of my life.
What about ice skating, roller skating? I mean, since you dance, you do it, I don't know.
I used to work at an ice skating rink, the World War II veterans ice skating rink. But, that's just a fun hobby. I don't do it.
Alexa, you're 26 years old.
I am.
Right?
Yes.
And then you're a dancer, you love sports, but your main thing is softball, right?
Yes, that's correct. I played at the collegiate level for the College of Mount St. Vincent in Riverdale.
And I heard that you did a little karate too, or no?
When I was younger, yes, I did do a little bit of karate.
Really?
Got a nice kick.
Yeah? That's cool. Yeah. We should compare our kicks one day.
Definitely. Maybe not when I'm in a dress.
Like in the green room, you remember? Now listen, talk about your career ambitions and your community service. Both of you take a turn each.
Okay, so I'll start with career. I just graduated from Hofstra University with a Bachelor of Science in Television and Business with a minor in journalism. So I really hope to become an executive producer of a morning show one day. Just work my way up there. Maybe get some on-air experience, but producing is something that I really, really love.
That's awesome.
And telling stories. So it's the Staten Island community is all about.
Let me tell you this. There were a good dozen people that were on this show that made it to the big time.
Really?
Oh, might be like Pete Davidson was here, Chris Stefano, Vicky Potato, a bunch of, I got to still think, but yeah, Pete Davidson was at him when he was 16 years old.
Oh, wow. So this is where it all starts, basically.
Yeah, for some people.
Okay.
Hopefully for us.
He's doubting us now.
No, listen, I don't doubt nobody because you never know. The next star could be sitting right next to you, your best friend. It just, when you're around it, you see it.
Sure.
Let's hope so.
So what do we got here
Alexa's
now?
carear now.
Yeah, talk about you forgot.
Well, I graduated from the College of Mount St. Vincent with a bachelor's in sociology and a minor in criminal justice and political science. So I was thinking the pre-law track, but I really love helping people, and I've actually just started recently applying to get my master's in education to go back to school to be a teacher.
History.
History,
so
yes.
What
history
makes you like history so much?
It just shaped us into who we are, and you wouldn't be here without it. So it's nice to see how long we've come as a civilization.
So you really
and
studied
things that
it,
are important.
back?
I like history. I think further back is not.
It changed a lot, evolved a lot, a lot of politics.
A lot has changed, and it's interesting to see it. It's also interesting to see that things that I experienced when I was younger that are not exactly history to me because I lived it, are history to my siblings that are learning about it in high school right now. So It's just crazy that it keeps evolving over time.
But yeah, but your generation, it's a different world now.
It is.
You know, and it's changing a lot. It's technology and everything's so fast.
Yeah.
Everybody's turning into robots. You know, even me, I'm older, twice your age, but I'm addicted to that phone. And it's like when you don't have it, you think you lost your wallet.
I know.
You don't have an arm.
You might have lost your wallet, yeah.
It's crazy. But it's back when I was your age, and also you probably heard it. Everything was so much more easy. It wasn't so complex. I mean, yeah, this is great to have all this technology, but it also sucks us away from life sometimes because we forget what's really out there. We got, even with me too. It's an addiction.
Well, that's why things are so important, like Gab's community service initiative.
Right. My community service initiative is called Mindful Media, and it promotes media literacy education. So that's not only for students, but even for adults. It provides education, whether it's informal or formally, and really just allows people to understand the skills of decoding media messages, assessing the influence of the media messages on our behaviors and our feelings, and then that helps us to create media more conscientiously. So just finding those ways and understanding the key questions of what to ask yourself when you come across these forms of media. And I really want to explore the emerging types of media that you're talking about. AI is growing so quickly.
I know.
And there's not many answers to it right now.
No.
So that's definitely something that I want to work with our community on trying to figure this out all together. And I think it's so important to stay on top of that.
See, I love seeing the young generation. I mean, and I still feel young. You know, I told you we were talking. I still feel like I'm in my mid-30s mentally. I never want to grow old. That's why I always said, like, there was a line in the Who song called My Generation, and he says, I don't want to die. I want to die before I get old. And that always stuck with me when I was a kid. I don't know. That's just me. But after the show, I'm gonna sign up for the spring semester at college because I got to catch up to you mentally. I feel like I don't know nothing.
It's never too late to get more educated.
No, never too late. Now let's talk about where is this? What's the next thing we're gonna do? What's the next steps to the journey to Miss New York?
So we start moving and grooving on getting ready to Miss New York very soon. We have a lot of appearances that we've been to recently, but we're competing in July for the state pageant up in Peekskill, New York.
Cool.
So right now it's a lot of interview prep and just really getting out into the community and doing what they said, what they got us for.
We're getting cheered on. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
He knew
I know.
it.
What is this? No cell phones in here, Johnny P. I'm sorry.
Breaking your own rules.
I'm always breaking the rules, even when I'm not breaking them. But yeah, listen, good luck with that. I mean, when you were talking about before about the career as a law, I could see something about your personality. I could see you as a lawyer.
Thank you. That's a very nice compliment to hear.
Your persona and your what's that called? Your strength.
Thank you.
And you just, you're right to the point.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Confident, both of you.
Thank you.
We try to exude that. It's as mentors to young girls, we want to show them that you can be confident and get anything you want done and accomplished as long as you put your mind to it. And I think we both are prime examples of that, especially with just holding the title. It was something that we really wanted, we really worked for, and here we are. And now we're getting to make our community and the island a better place. And that's really what's important.
And what's impressive, and it's important for everybody, the kids out there, us growing up, a lot of us wasted time partying, drinking, going out. It seems like you ladies got your head together. You do nothing but waste time. And then 5 years go by, 10 years go by, and you're still in the same spot. And I knew a lot of people that were like that. So keep doing what you're doing. I see good things for you. Now talk about the Miss America program. Why is it different than the other competitions like Miss USA or Miss World?
Well, yeah, I think all these programs are great for women and women empowerment, but the Miss America organization is very community-based, I would say, compared to the other organizations out there. Definitely, it's the largest provider for scholarships for women, which is so important. It's one of the points of our crown. And it really just encourages us to get out into the community and make a difference with our community service initiatives and gives us a platform to do that.
Yeah, and it's just, it really encourages girls to get out there and just be who you are. The Miss America organization, or the Miss America opportunity now that it is, it's ever changing, just like our world is ever evolving. And we have been lucky enough to be in this organization for a good amount of years that we've gotten to see the change and the growth of the organization. And it really is truly now about empowering young girls and how you can make them better and more confident with who they already are. And it really has evolved into such a beautiful thing.
That's the key word right there, is making them find themselves, being confident. Because a lot of the kids today, they don't have the respect the younger generation as we had when we were younger. Saying please, I'm serious. I am very polite, as rough as I am and as joking as I am. But yeah, my parents, please, thank you, God bless you,
stuff that things
excuse
instilled
me,
in you, right?
Yeah,
right?
the discipline.
I can't stand when, if I'm walking, some kid bumps into me. My bad. That's what it is. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, what sets I call it Mayo, the Miss America organization, apart from the others?
So the main thing that sets us apart is that, like Gab said, that it is the #1 scholarship provider for women in the country. It provides millions of dollars of scholarship for women all over the place. But we also have a talent that we get to perform, which for both of us happens to be dancing. But in different organizations, they don't exactly get to show off their personal talents. And it's my favorite area of competition because you get to really show off your personality, your hobby, and who you really are on stage. And it's the best 90 seconds you could ask for.
Definitely agree with that.
The first Miss Staten Island, Miss New York, your girl, Jamie Lynn.
Yes, Jamie Lynn Mack, now
She's
Holman.
watching. She was
I'm
great.
sure she is.
We had a good time. You know what I liked about her? She always laughed at my joke, at anything. I would just be like this. She's like, ha ha ha. She was such a great interview because she brought that vibe.
Yeah.
Like you guys got a glow, but she was just so easy to talk to, and she laughed.
Yes, Jamie's the best. She's a great
Still
mentor.
is,
She's a great friend. Personally, I am actually in the process. I'm still waiting on the approval of starting the first walk on Staten Island for kids with pediatric cancer.
Oh, that's great.
And for awareness. So we're hoping to have it in September of this year. I'm just waiting to hear back from the New York City Parks Department on whether or not I got the permits. So that is the main thing I am focused on this year.
I'm sure you won't have no problem with that.
Fingers crossed.
So I'm going to interrupt this for a minute. I wanted to give you a special shout out to Ashley Marie Davis from the Miss Staten Island, Miss Richmond County organization, and for putting this all together. Now that's almost your time. Where do you see yourselves in 5 years? If you had to just say.
It's hard. I don't like to I don't want to restrict myself into what I see myself doing in 5 years because I didn't even have a full 4 years of college. I graduated in 3. I just don't really. I kind of move at my own pace, and sometimes that's a lot quicker than other people. And I also just don't want to keep putting the pressure on myself that I have to keep doing better each time. So it's really just I just want to make sure in 5 years I'm very content with where I'm at and just very grateful and have a career that I'm so excited to wake up to every day, and there's something new. So it's just still being me, just 5 years later.
What about you?
Well, I'll be hopefully a teacher by then. And as Gab says, I don't like to put myself in a box, but I do like to set goals for myself. And they actually did ask us this in our interview as part of the competition where I saw myself in 5 years. And I'd hope to be running for city council in 5 years.
That'd be great.
So that would be a great goal. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm going to ask you for some favors.
Yeah. I got to get elected first, so we'll get me in there, and then we'll see what we could do.
On the show for that.
You're smart when you said that. And just for an example, just fast. When you put too much energy on a dream, see, there's a safe dream and then there's a dream. I was a dream, I wanted to be a rock star. My father used to say all the time, you got to get a city job. What are you going to do with your life? And then he was right at the end, but your mind tells you to do something. But if I would have went back in my life now, I would have been safe and did that. But, you do what the heart tells you.
Mm-hmm. You have to.
Yeah.
You only got one life to live. You have to make it count.
You only got one life to live. I mean, tomorrow could be my last day. It could be your last day. Who knows? But we'll be here for a long time. So listen, where can people find you ladies on social media?
You can find us on social media at the Miss SIRC.org Instagram, and then our personal ones. Mine is Miss Staten Island NY.
And mine is Miss Richmond County NY.
And you can find us there.
Yeah, we post a lot.
We do, so you got to keep up with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did some cool posting.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do reels and like nice slide posts.
I don't know how to
try and keep up with the younger generation.
Yeah.
I don't know all that stuff with the stories and all. I know how to do it, but I can't do all that fancy work. But give me some editing tools, I could do some good stuff.
Canva really helps.
Yes,
it's an app.
is our
Oh yeah, I
savior.
heard of it.
Yep.
It's great. We use it for everything.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Well, listen, I want you to keep me posted as time goes on. You know what's going on in the future, in the fall, end of the summer.
Yeah, of
we'll bring you
course.
back on. You just give us an update.
Sounds amazing. We
Sounds
would love
great.
to be back.
That'd
This
be
was great.
I appreciate it. Listen, everybody, Gabriella and Alexa, let's give it up.
Thank you. Thank
Miss
you so much.
County and Miss Staten Island. All right. It's about that time of the night to close the show and say goodnight. We'd like to say a special thank you to Paulie at Nucci's Restaurant for all the food they supplied, La Dolce's Bakery for all the cake and the cookies that you all ate. Some of you put some in your pocket. If you want to be part of our studio audience, log on to johnnyptv.com. Get us on Facebook, Instagram, not Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that's it. You know, Happy New Year to everybody, and I'll see you in the next show. Good night. Order my court, my studio. John Bianco. All right, my next guest up tonight is his first appearance on the Johnny P Show. He's a good friend of mine. He's hailing from New Jersey. Let's give it up for actor, comedian, the one and only Nikki Petito.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Welcome to Up Late with Johnny Potenza. My name is Nikki Petito. And when I'm not doing comedy, guys, I like to work at the Meadowlands Flea Market over by MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. I buy things, I resell them, sometimes I keep them. One of the things I bought was this hat. You see this hat? I bought this hat off an old lady for $1. But she told me that it was a very special hat because it belonged to a very famous old movie star. And that when I put the hat on, that I would begin to sound like him, Mr. Jimmy Durante. Now, thank you. I see we got some classy folk here tonight who remember who I once was. So, let me tell you all a big story that happened this evening. Once upon a time, there was a big yellow-colored bus filled with a whole bunch of A-list celebrities on their way to Staten, Italy Island to see Johnny Potenza and his late comedy show, Up Late with Johnny Potenza. All of a sudden, though, the bus started to go thumpity-thump. It came to a halt as one of the passengers, Christopher Walken, hopped out. No. Shit! Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. You know, I'm no Albert Einstein, but I think we got a flat tire. Hey, Rocky Balboa, come out of the bus and look at this.
Hey, yo, I was just taking a nap in the back of the bus, and I'm tired. And you're telling me we got a flat tire? Here, let me take a look at your tire with my eye of the tiger. Yo. I'm looking at the tire. It looks pretty round, if you ask me. It looks like an octagon. What do you think, Jack Nicholson?
I think your mother dropped you on your head when you were a child, huh?
Hey, Rock, you see the tire there, pal? The tire right there is about the darndest flattest thing I've ever seen since I last saw your little girlfriend, Adrian, from behind, huh? If you don't believe me, just ask Al Pacino.
Where the fuck are we? Is this hell? It ain't so bad, all right. How we doing, Staten Island? I heard that Staten Island has the greatest asses. Ha! But guess what? We ain't never gonna get there because our bus driver, Robert De Niro, decided to be a dumb fuck. I don't know where the fuck we're going. I think we're lost. I should have never listened to that son of a bitch that much. Siri told me to take the turnpike, and look, we're in the fucking Bronx. You fucked up, Bob. There's nothing wrong with the Bronx. We could have ended up in Brooklyn. Fuck Brooklyn. Stop it. Stop it. Get down. What are we yelling about? Do not fear. The governor of California is here. We need to change this tire, you idiots. Hey, Joe Pesci, go get the tire. Who the fuck made you captain this fucking bus? Hey, Arnold, you're the fucking bodybuilder. You go get it. Get the tire, idiot, or else I'm going to ram my fist into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. Ah! Hey, Arnold, I think you got the wrong impression about me, pal. You better apologize to the audience, or I'm gonna crack your fucking head wide open right in front of everybody at CTV. Hey, Joe Pesci, you know what you should do? What? You should go and clone yourself so that you can go fuck yourself, you motherfucking piece of shit. Hold me back, Jimmy Durante. Settle down now, settle down. Out of nowhere, Adam Sandler popped up and started to sing. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? You know, fellas, I was going through my fanny pack here. I found one of those AAA cards in my wallet. I think it stands for Alcoholic Assholes Anonymous. That's a AAA card, you moron. Flip it over and call the telephone number on the back for help, huh? Well, maybe I don't want to. Pesci, call the number. All right. This fucking call better not be collect. It's ringing. All right. This is Matthew McConaughey, of AAA. How can I assist y'all today? Yeah, how you doing, Matthew? Our bus just took a fucking flat tire and we need some help. Well, I'm very, very, very sorry to hear that. Does your bus go all right? Hey, Matthew, it's a fucking bus. It doesn't talk, you dumb fuck you. Hello? That little motherfucker up on me. Now. Joey, you insult him a little bit. You got a little out of yourself. Call him back. Put him on the fucking phone. Ring. Hello. This is the president of AAA, Donald J. Trump speaking. How can I make your day great again? It's just a fucking guy I wanted to talk to. You know, I said it on the TV. I'll say it again. You're a con. You're a mutt. I like to punch you in the fucking face. I could get my own tire, but unfortunately, I'm incapable of doing that right now. So can you get me a tire or what? What can you do, huh? What can you do? Listen, Robert, I love to meet the fuckers, okay? But let me just say, I think you're nothing but a loser. And the biggest motherfucker I've ever seen. But with that being said, all I want to do is make AAA great again.